Hey, what's up, Turd Army? It's the head turd, Danny Deals, here with Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more, whether we're live or on tape, guys. We are talking about SoFi Technologies Incorporated, ticker symbol SOFI. Guys, I felt compelled to come on and live stream during Power Hour. It's a very, very significant day. The follow through, not only have we broken down $8 convincingly, we haven't retested that level, which is a little bit scary. But guys, this stock has been held down artificially by a huge short position that never really made a lot of sense to me outside of some type of personal vendetta, some type of voodoo curse. You had a company that was doing extraordinarily well in very, very difficult circumstances. And guys, hold on one second. Got phone calls incoming. I will be right back with you. Hello. Yes, actually, I'm gonna be in there probably toward the end of the week. I have two apartments to do, so I'm gonna need some vinyl plank. Um, yeah, I'll probably be in with my guy Richard on Thursday or Friday. Okay, thanks a lot, Ramses. Peace. Yo, guys, sorry about that. Flooring distributor calling about some problem with my order. Yada yada yada. Let me just put my smell phone, my turd smell phone on silent so I can do a proper live stream with the production values that executive producer Hurricane Lopez and supervising producer Stock Karen demand. We know that Danny Deals is third in command of this ship. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? We got Roland Dubs, let's go. We got Anthony Aguan, one heck of a day. We got John Ramsey, what's up? Me 10K today, very nice. Roland Dubs, we've been held down for way too long. Stars are lining up. Ukeko 72, hey Danny Deals, hey, what's up, Ukeko? Absolutely, what a great trading day for SoFi, guys. I am excited. Let's take a look at the chart. No one is a bigger SoFi bull cultist cheerleader fanboy and just excited little girl. It's like the Beatles are coming to America, and I'm a teenage girl just in my little dress, just going psycho because, guys, this has been one of those stocks I've believed in for many, many years, but these journeys are long and painful, and you just have to keep the faith that your judgment is sound, your math is sound, and you can't control market makers, guys. We're not the market makers. We're just the lowly turds. We're the retail turds. Everybody likes to call us names. Oh, you bought a SPAC. What a loser. SPACs are for losers. No good companies are SPACs. And yeah, guys, a lot of the SPACs were scams. Like, I got taken to the cleaners and PaySafe. Like, I owned Microvast at one point. I mean, nobody's owned more of these bullshit SPACs than I have because I am the head of the Turd Army. I am the General Turdmeister, and I buy some stupid, stupid things, guys. Just like the rest of you. C-Bar, nice moves. Kevin Robertson, surfing Fiji soon. Let's go. Kevin, I only was able to surf once. I was so big. My sweet mate who was a surfer, um, gave me this wooden longboard. It was probably 15 feet long. It weighed about, 150 pounds. By the time I even got down the cliff, I was exhausted just carrying this thing. I was totally out of shape, as I am most of the time. But then I came out, I almost drowned. I did get up a couple of times, and it was a lot of fun. But my surfing career changed to surf photography because I am an avid photographer. I used to be a professional photographer, weddings and all kinds of things, but love to do surf photography. And I will stay on the sidelines where I'm safe and I can't make any mistakes, so the locals will cut my cord and beat me unmerciful. Roland Dubs, if the student loan hadn't been on hold, where would we have been already? Roland Dubs, that's an interesting question. Um, and I think my answer would surprise you. I think that was like the best thing that ever happened to this company. Um, they went out under threat of threat of death and bankruptcy, and they built an entirely new business from scratch, and that business is going to be around and making money for us, and then the student loans are coming back. And yes, we lost that revenue, we lost those refis for a couple of years, but I think sometimes necessity is the mother of invention, and SoFi management had a lot of necessity, and they are a mother of invention, because they went out and they exactly C bar. I mean, Roland Dubs makes a point. Like, we would be further than we are right now. We would have more revenues. We would still have some of these other things, but we wouldn't have had the sense of urgency to go out and create this lending business, which I think has been totally misjudged in terms of the risk profile that these loans have. They are extremely profitable. They are not going bad. I don't think we're going to have the level of recession anybody thinks we have. I think the soft landing is a real possibility at this point. 100 million shares, Roy says, and the high of the day. It is clear, absolutely, Roy. This is an extremely, extremely bullish move. Let's see if there's any news over here on Seeking Alpha. Zin and CFR among financial movers. Of course, we're on all those movers of the day list. SoFi, everybody's shocked. SoFi usually moves like, 1, 2%, and then Upstart will be up 12, and a firm will be up 20, and Palantir will be up 12, and then SoFi will be up like 1.1, and it'll lose it after hours. We're so used to this dance, guys, but the game is over because, we're about to make a net profit, and the net profit is only going to continue to increase because the business model is so good. So that's my view. Exactly, John. You guys are right. Rule and Dubs, blessing in disguise. Like, sometimes, like, you're just going along and everything's too comfortable, and you have these student loans. Sometimes what you need is to be shook up. You need to be knocked off balance and see how you react. And SoFi management, God, these guys must be like senseis of, jujitsu and judo, because their balance was extraordinary. Like, anybody else would have fallen off the balance beam, but Noto just did a balance check. He just checked it. He's like, he went up on his toes and did that little like thing those like little girls do, and he regained, and then he did a triple sow cow all up in that ass. Like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm excited. Yeah, Roy reminds me of the same thing because I was buying Tesla when nobody wanted that crap, and I frankly saw that happening all around me. Guys, I have somebody knocking at my door. Let me get right back to you. Be right back. Oh, thank you. Me too. Huh? 202. I have two doors. Thank you. All right, have a good one. Yo, guys, sorry about that. I am quite often the only one here, and I am running numerous businesses, and I do have help some days, but not today. So I'm answering the phones and the door and paying people and doing all kinds of fun stuff. Um, Pull up the chart, stock and then very similar to yes, Roy, I know, I already know you're right. Yes, I mean, and that's because Tesla, everyone could see it at that point. That's the thing, you couldn't see it way back then when the stock was so low. Guys, I live near the Tesla Design Center near Los Angeles. I live in an area that is heavily aerospace, defense contractors, huge defense contractors in my area. And guys, like, I was seeing Tesla, all the people, and I'd stop and I'd talk to the people, and they were all engineers, guys. They're like, this is going to be the most and they would explain, like, how does this work, how does that work, why is it so incredible. And I saw the stock going, and I was like, well, I mean, all the people who I see who are the smartest people around me want a Tesla. They're telling me how great Tesla is, and yet the stock is being absolutely destroyed by shorts and market makers. And so I went ahead and bought it. Um, and the rest is history for me. But in any case, guys, I completely agree with Roy. This is one that, guys, this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, SoFi, the model, everything is there, guys, for this thing to absolutely explode. Membership growth. We have not hit that inflection point of any type of exponential growth. It's been very steady, it's been impressive. But I think we will hit that point and absolutely explode. And then, guys, big things are going to happen. Let's see. Oh, there we are with our volume and such. Yep, we're over 100 million shares, 102 and counting. Stock is up a buck oh five, buck oh nine. You guys remember that band? All the while she said to me, it's all right, and all that I could say, and all that I could do. It wasn't enough to change your mind about what I thought of you. Dun, 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 so confused. Dun, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way. Hey guys, if you didn't, enjoy the punk rock scene in the late 1990s in San Diego, I gotta say, I feel sorry for you because boy, it was a good time. You could see like No Doubt play in a backyard in at SDSU. It was crazy. But anyway, guys, let's see. Who do we got? Yep, Roy, I agree with everything you're saying. Rolling Dubs, we are pushing high for the day near close. What's after hours going to look like? It's going to look like covering, Roy. Or Rolling Dubs, sorry. It's going to look like covering, guys. These guys are terrified. They have huge. I've been saying shorts are trapped for like quarter after quarter after quarter. Everybody's laughing at me. They're like, "Well, the price keeps going down. Shorts are making." No, they really weren't, guys. The whole thing works because they get retail to dump at the lows, and retail wasn't doing that. So Yukeko 72, I'm hoping we hold our gains after hours. Hey, you and me both. I'm hoping we hold our gains all the time, guys. This is very bullish, guys. This isn't the same old thing. The algo cannot hold 103 million shares. We still have 30 minutes left of trading. Volume is still picking up and the stock is still going up, guys. We're at, let me go over here because it might be just a little bit more timely in terms of the updates. Guys, it's up a buck 11 to $9.29 or 13.5%. This is a very strong move. Let me get you over to the real-time short interest so we can see how much of this are turds covering their borrowed shares, and how much of this is just new money coming into the stock and people re-entering the stock who may have been stopped out or otherwise sold. Weren't expecting this big a run, thought they're going to buy back, and now they're panicking. Okay, guys, return shares 5, borrowed 2 point. So only 2.5 million shares covered, guys. That's nothing. That's not a huge that's not a huge return for over 100 million shares traded when you consider there are still 192 million shares on loan, guys. So a lot more buying pressure to come out of that short position. They're backwards, they're completely trapped. They got the whole narrative wrong, and they're screwed, guys. and they're going to make us money. All you have to do, we cut one leg out from under them. Now we just have to lean on them until they fall over, to quote Rounders. Guys, who's out here? Anybody out here? Fonz G, let's go. Squeeze them all out. 13, baby. Absolutely, Fonz. There is no resistance, guys, until 1404. There's absolutely no resistance. The stock was just shorted down. Um, that's the last place buyers and sellers really got together before these turds, algos, sharts, and crooked analysts took over the stock. Weekly Bollinger Band indicates, yep, absolutely, Roy. The whole thing is like, I think Noto has his hands all over this, Roy. Like the same way shorts and market makers don't think Noto isn't a player. Like, don't think Noto doesn't have rat holes of his own. Don't think he can't move money and you know can, don't think Noto doesn't know any market makers on his speed dial. Let's be honest. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm Guys, I do not understand what people were looking at who thought this stock was worth like $5, guys. I mean, they're talking about a market cap way less than two times next year's sales with very, very strong margins and growth. Business that seems to be recession proof, management that seems to be able to take on just about anything. Oh, the guy, I didn't see that one, Roy. I'm sorry. If somebody sold 200,000 shares at five. I mean, ooh, God, it's $4. I mean, they just lost like $1 million in, potential profit. Yikes, that hurts. I didn't even make that. I didn't even make $1 million last week, guys. I don't, I don't have that kind of shares, but I have a lot of shares. I bought a few of his shares. I wish I could have bought all of his shares, but guys, I'm not a billionaire, so I'm not buying hundreds of thousands of shares at a time. What else is going on here, guys? So, anybody else out there? What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's take a look just again at the data as it comes through. Guys, we're trading almost 105 million shares. Let's take a look over at the options for this Friday. See what these look totally different, guys, because it's not these like retail out on a ledge getting robbed for their premium, guys. Now we're seeing, shorts, hedging. We're seeing just an incredible uptick in the options here, guys. We're seeing a lot of volume all the way from $8. We have 7,600 calls, and then 850, 18,000, $9 or 64,000 calls. Wow. 950, 24,000, $10 calls, 38,000. Like all these calls are up anywhere from 100 to 300%, guys. And then even out at 1050, you have 10,000, 11, you have 8, 1150, you have 3,000 calls, and 12, you have 6,000 calls. So, guys, market makers knew this move was coming. They're flipping, they're eating their own. People are not willing to reshort and just generally be bearish and short the SoFi stock. I think they know Noto can dial up a profit whenever he wants. He has a ton of his net worth sunk into this stock. He owns something, I think, probably at this point, since everything went up so much, he must own, 50 or $60 million worth of the stock. That's even more than Danny Deals, guys. I mean, very few people have a SoFi position of my magnitude. I own 6.21 shares, guys. Let's see. He has been dumping. Yeah, he missed out. Rob Lavitt. I don't trust lawyers. They don't know anything about stocks. They don't know anything about half the shit they talk about. Um, and they take a lot of my money, our money. Fonz G, we survived this bear market war, the quickest rate hikes history, still managed to keep growing throughout. Yeah, Fonz, it was incredible. Like, look at the other fintechs. Look at their actual earnings quarterly. Their net they fell apart. SoFi's just stayed on script, stayed on plan. Um, C bar, so pull back in the last 30 minutes and repeat up. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't really think there's going to be much of a pullback because like I said, I think market makers are eating their own. I think we're gonna close here at least where we are. Maybe, you know, $9.26, something like that. I just the algo is, yeah. Normally it would pull back in the last half hour, maybe even the last 15 minutes. But guys, I think it's going the other way. I think you know, I think we're gonna close up over $1. Yeah, here comes the sell off. I don't think so. Stephen, yeah, I don't doubt it, Roy. I mean, Roy, this is, you guys have to remember the stock was just 450. So, I mean, we've just had a 2x here in a couple of weeks. You know, I think it definitely can, Roy. There seems to be a lot of follow through, a lot of momentum. I mean, look at the volume, guys. I mean, you don't see a rally ending on 106 million shares and counting. I mean, they probably trade 115, 110, 115 million shares today. There's still good healthy amount, several thousand shares trading every tick. So I don't think they're going to be able to push it down much. I think we're going to close 926, 928, something like that. Noto should have a board who believes in the company. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Roy, but the reality is the reality, man. I mean, you own this stock, like you're not married to it, you're on the board, but you're trying to make decisions for your own financial future, not to just inspire confidence in us turds. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I would personally like to see them like Noto just aggressively buying, but not everybody is not everybody has the same risk tolerance and everything like that. So I don't mind insiders selling some shares. I don't think it's that big of a deal personally. But yeah, these guys they're looking out for themselves. So guys, that pullback is coming, but again, I don't think it's gonna last. Like I don't think they have the minerals to keep shorting this thing. Unfortunately, oh, okay, yeah. So Roy is he's got some stock some stock grants and awards and God bless. I'm just a small business turd, just making my way the only way I know how. It's just a little bit more than the law will allow sometimes, but sometimes the law looks the other way. Guys are like, hey, that's Danny Deals. Let that go. Let that go. So yeah, guys, I mean, they're very, very generous with these grants. You see it in the books. That's why we haven't made a profit yet. The huge stock-based compensation that I do trust management. They're telling us this is good for the long term, build the team, but it has been excessive. I mean, even as the ratio has come down and revenues have gone up, like it's still, I believe, the stock-based compensation to be a bit excessive. And I'd like to see that trimmed. I'd like to see the company make money. Therefore, the stock they have will go up, and we don't need to keep giving them shares and diluting us shareholders. So, guys, that is the SoFi stock. We are I'm getting another call, gonna have to take a quick break, and I will let you guys take a look at the chart. Don't blame you guys if you want to bail out, but I have to run a couple of these small turd businesses until I can get myself a cushy corporate gig like Roy. Let me just jump over to the chart. We can see what's going on, and I will be right back with you. Um, yes, wait, the reverse split for SoFi. I think I'm not worried about the reverse split, guys. I mean, at this point, it would even squeeze the shorts harder. Um, I think I voted. I usually vote no on reverse splits just to be like a contrarian jerk. But guys, I'll be right back in 1 sec. Yes, we are. Um, what's up? Oh, I'm good. I'm live streaming right now. I just stepped away. Oh, that's cool. About to wrap up. Sure. Yeah. Perfect, babe. I'll see ya. Love you. Be careful. Hey, babe, wear your hat. Okay, it's getting sunny. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, sorry about that. Duties call, but guys, we are sitting up a dollar four or 12.6% at the present time. Things are looking very, very strong on the day. I don't really have too much more to offer you guys. Remember, we had a great upgrade from Truist Financial. Andrew Jeffrey, if you've ever seen this guy, I think I've seen him on TV, not very recently, but this guy is one of the top rated analysts in the entire country. As far as the tip ranks, back tested method they use, he is number 155 out of 8,400. And out of experts, he's number 383 out of 33,000. So in both metrics, he's in the top 2% back tested. His success rate, 2/3 of the time, his transactions made a profit. His average return would be 12.5%. And then we also had Bank of America reiterate their buy at 950, Oppenheimer at 8, Citi at 10, and then we had KBW reiterate their hold at 550. And just contrasting, Ashwin, who's a 5-star analyst, Dominic, Mahir, and Andrew, these are 4 and 5-star analysts. Just again, would like to introduce you to the Chia Pet from Wedbush. He is a 0-star analyst, number 8,108 out of 8,400. His success rate is 36%, and if you followed his investment advice, your average return would be minus 7.5%. So there's about a 20% difference in the return you'd get following a 5-star analyst like the one from Truist versus a short hack shill like the guy from Wedbush. So in any case, guys, wasn't the vote for the option to reverse split without shareholder approval not the trigger? Oh yeah. I think yeah, I was guys, again, reverse split. This was not SoFi is not going to reverse split. I don't see that happening. They had back when they're in the fours, you have to vote for it. I mean, because what is the option, guys? You're gonna delist a company with a 5 billion market cap or 4 billion and go to the pink sheets, and you have DiCaprio selling you on the phones, like So if you're talking about the vote, yeah, that was a couple of quarters ago. I'm pretty sure I voted to authorize that. Yeah, it's under well, it was under 5, yeah, and then obviously it's back. I think the reverse split talk is going to be totally in the rearview mirror as the stock hits a net profit here, which I believe will happen in Q3 of this year. So you guys down in the comments or in the chat, excuse me, chat, let me know when you think SoFi will hit a gap net profit, and what do you think the stock price will be at that time or the market cap, however you'd like to frame it. Guys, it is quarter till the market's going to close here in about 14 minutes. Let me know, where do you think the stock is going to close today? As I said, I think it'll close somewhere 926 to 928. I think the buying pressure is just too heavy for the algo and the market makers to sustain any type of short on the stock. I think they're going to have to cover before the gap net profit. Q4 at 1150. Very nice, Piet. I like that. Thanks for the coverage. You are very welcome, C-Bar. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Shane, this is yeah, this is where the real men get their SoFi in. Guys, strong arm trading. Guys, I'm just here trying to blow off a little steam. I've been very busy on a Monday. I appreciate you guys joining me. I try to just share my honest, unvarnished thinking, whether it's my videos, my live streams. There are no notes, live streams, edits, corrections. If I make a mistake, I'll certainly always own up to it. I don't know anything special, guys. I'm just a normal guy. I'm a hammer swinger. I'm a real estate development guy. I am not a stock market expert, but I feel like I've seen enough things over the last few decades to sort of figure out the hows and whys and what's really going on kind of behind the scenes and how market makers push us around, try to give you the information so you can make better decisions and not end up losing your money as emotional little hamsters on crack, trading like scared turds. Let's trade like confident turds. Um, The fact that the student loans are resumed such a massive change. Past students will stretch loans. They find out they can open a door. Yep, this is Roy. The student loan refi is basically going to feed the wheel strategy, reduce customer acquisition costs, improve margins, increase memberships, increase direct deposit, all that stuff. Yep. Roy, I am not one to give advice. You know that. I'm not qualified. I have no licensure. I have no signage outside of my office. I do not have any letters after my name. But I would say, and again, this is not financial advice, buy SoFi. Buy SoFi, buy all the shares you can, hand over fist, buy anything under 10, buy it 8 days a week, buy it now, buy it today. Buy SoFi. And remember, guys, I'm not telling you what to do, and that is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but buy SoFi. Buy SoFi. I feel like a boy band. Buy SoFi. Okay. Yep. 200 subs if this stock hits 12 in the next few days. Thank you, Roy. I don't know how many subs I have. I think I have 700 some, and I appreciate every single one. I try to, like I said, I just bring you guys my version of the truth, try to cut through some of the BS. I also, subscribe and read a bunch of things because I know a lot of people don't have, the luxury of running their own business, so they have time to do stuff like that. If you guys have families and you're, punching a clock, or you're, have a very busy, demanding career, as I know most of you winners do, as most of us turds do, right? But guys, we just don't have time to synthesize all this information. And because SoFi is one of my biggest positions, I'm going to be doing this anyway. I'm going to be thinking about this stuff. I'm going to be researching it. I'm going to be spending the time and money. So I thought, why not share it with other retail investors so people can just have a better shot. People can have a level playing field with the market makers, and maybe it's a little bit of a leg up if we can join together, bounce ideas off each other. But I'm certainly not the most expert person in terms of the charting and the deep dive stuff. I will leave that to others who are more expert than myself. But I just try to give you guys the basics as I see it, and appreciate every single subscriber. Let's see. Paul Clark, my 13 average is now shining light at the end of the tunnel. Yep, Paul, I remember talking to you before, and like I said, I think it's not 13 is not that far off. I don't see any resistance to till 1404, guys. That's the bottom of that last huge pump. I'm like, where's the resistance? There isn't any. Resistance is futile. But anyway, guys, we're up a buck. Looks like the algo kind of wants to hold it there. Um, at 9:19, that's kind of exactly where we topped out earlier in the morning, about 9:16, I think. So this could be a good level where the stock closes. I think we're still going to get a little push here in the last 10 minutes. Shorts want to cover. The market makers are eating their own. I got respect for you guys who were buying it 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I was buying it back when it was a SPAC, and then kind of what I do, guys. I build a position. Like I like a stock a lot, but I don't go all into something, because Tesla, Amazon, all these stocks that I've done well with over the years have taught me there's going to be a massive pullback. Like nothing ever just goes up and up and up. Like Tesla pulled way back. It's just, this is how things go, guys. Like the market is not like rocket ships and moonbeams and rainbows. It's like the market is harsh. The market shakes you out. The market tests you, and the market, taunts you and pushes you around. But this is such an overused phrase, but if you know what you own, if you understand the fundamentals of the company, if you know management, and you know management is solid, and you know they're not BSing you, and you know they always underpromise and overdeliver, you can be confident. You can add heavily of these dips at like $4.50 and 60 cents. Um, yeah, I've been holding for 2 years, been a crazy ride. Me too, David. 10 is your heavy resistance. Yeah, I mean 10 is natural resistance, and I see that on the chart. I think we could easily break down 10. That's just my personal opinion. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at where 10 is here, guys. So 10 is right here. Yeah, this was a point. You see these candles here where, this was a point where buyers and sellers met, and the stock was holding there for a bit. Um, I think you could say the same thing about this level. If you see here, 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 like there's buying pressure coming in. Now I know that was a long time ago, guys, but I don't see significant I don't really see significant milestones on this chart to tell us what's going to happen. I think the breakouts come, and where it goes, it goes. It kind of depends what institutions come in over the course of the next year, what the economy does, what the Fed says. If rate hikes are done, student loans are coming back, we get a soft landing. I mean, I think if those things happen, we break down 10 quite easily. Um, let's see. Same area. Yes, yes, exactly. Of course, Roy. Yeah, the 10. I mean, it was a SPAC, so yeah, it was 10 is going to be a huge you know, a huge even without the SPAC, I mean, just a number like 10 is a huge psychological area of resistance. Is this drop profit taking? Yeah, I mean, this is day turders, this is swing turders, this is momentum turders thinking this is too good to be true. I just think people don't trust this rally yet. So, but watch. I think you're going to see people buy here in the last 5 minutes. I don't. People don't want to be short the stock overnight. No, Noto can drop something, guys. What if they drop news that Galileo signs a major bank? Like, what do you think's going to happen to the stock in these shorts? Like, I mean, come on, they're going after the stock. We're up to 112 million shares traded. Stock is at $9.15 or up 97 cents on the day. Let's get one more check of the live short interest to see what the borrowed change is today. Borrowed change is minus 3 million, so 2.8 million. We have 5.5 million return, 2.75 borrowed. So I mean they're covering, but it's not. This is not a short squeeze today, guys. I mean it's out of so 2.8 million net out of 110 million shares churned, 112. So there's still a hell of a lot of shares yet to cover. I know people have options. Some of these market makers have long shares they're going to cover with. They're short long. But guys, there's still a very significant short left on the stock. And if the narrative remains bullish and the bulls can stay in charge of the stock, the shorts will slowly get strangled and squeezed and just have to cover up before that gap net profit hits. They did announce a new Galileo signing, didn't they, with Morgan Stanley? David, I did not hear that. I was working on some other actual work, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. Didn't see it on the news wire or anything. Let me see. Ortex is usually really good with news. Buzz. It says stocks on the move. Not seeing that. Top of the volume charts, research, Sofi technology surging. What's going on? Benzinga. Not sure if this would have any info. This is about the upgrade 8 to 11. Short interest 8%. That's inaccurate. I'm not sure about that, David. I'm gonna have to go back and take a look. I'm not seeing that. Usually, let's see if I refresh Seeking Alpha. Usually they have really good updates on not seeing that on the news wire just yet. Let me just check tip ranks and see if they might have the anything in their news file. Um, let's see stock forecast. Where's the news? I don't know where their news thing is because I don't usually use them for news and insights. Let's see. SoFi stock news and what's going on. Yeah, not seeing anything just yet on that. Financial services stock on the move. SoFi's just getting going. Five stocks, explosive potential. Dear SoFi stock fans, mark your calendars for June 30th. Yeah, not seeing it, guys. Um, no mention today. Someone put it on stock twits, grain of salt. Okay, yeah, Dooley, I'm not sure. Harry Toe, not sure, guys. I'll do some research on that and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. I have to go do some work, have to go make some magic happen so that I have funds to invest when these amazing opportunities like SoFi at 450 present themselves. Guys, we are up again right around $1 on the day. Rally is still extremely bullish. We are staying above that 10-day moving average, broke out above the 50 and 200-day average. My trend line is it was awfully steep, but not steep enough because SoFi stock has been rocket ship, moon, all that stuff. Um, Guys, anybody want any other questions, anything else? Please leave them. 130 to 140 million shares once the block's clear in 2 to 3. Yep, Roy, it's a big day. It's this is very indicative of serious follow through and momentum. Yeah, it's already close to 115 million shares, guys, and we still have 2 minutes left. Stock is up $1 or 12 points. You are very welcome, Jay Nelson. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Um, Guys, anything else I could tell you before I sign off and let you guys enjoy the close and pre-market in peace and serenity without my voice and my soothing voice and my giant melon up in your face. Cheers, mate. Great stream. Top info. You are very welcome, D. Lewis. Everyone, have a great day. See y'all tomorrow. Rolling dubs. I'm going to try to get a live stream tomorrow, pre market, if I can. I'm just very, very busy with work. So I try to get it in when I can and get you guys the information as best I can. But like you guys, I do have a life, believe it or not. It's not all un poco mas. There is un poco mas to my life other than just this great analysis on YouTube. Harry Toe, yes, thanks, Danny. You are very welcome, Harry Toe. Guys, I am going to sign off now. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you know anybody who's really into the SoFi stock, any sites, feel free to post any of my videos and live streams. I'm only on Stock Twits. I'm social media and computer illiterate for the most part, but I'm learning to do this stuff because I enjoy talking at you. Guys, it's Danny Deals. It's un poco mas. I'm crushing your head betwixt my fingers. You guys have a great day. Thanks a lot. We will talk at you tomorrow.